Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends beyond the binary, today we are coming to you from the Ilios well at what looks like sundown or sun up. I don't know. But I'm Christine today.
Probably sunset.
Yeah, possibly sunset. This is my partner in crime. Color casting for me today is Joe. Say hello to Joe. Joe, say hi to everybody.
Hey guys, how's it going?
All is well, because we are playing... get it! All is well, because we are on the well for this Overwatch game.
No.
In the deep pit
this is terrible. cut the stream, we're done.
Today I take you to the deep depths of despair of my horrible humor. But yes, we are on the well. We are doing a 4v4 Lockout Elims on one of the most opportune maps in the game in terms of environmental kills. I'm looking for good old Lucio's and Orisa, and oh look, we have Orisas on either side at the moment.
Excellent. I think that our players don't really play Lucio all that much, at least as far as I've seen, so we probably won't be getting any Lucios, but it's exciting to see the Pharah. It's exciting to see the Orisas. This is a very good map for Pharah. She's got a lot of room to maneuver. She's got a lot of things to hide behind. And the opposing team does have a Soldier 76, does have that hit scan. So it'll be interesting to see if the Pharah can stay out of the way of the Soldier 76 without a Mercy attached to her.
We do actually have a Lucio Adam on the blue team. Squawbach there is going to be on the Lucio. He is pretty new to the game, however, so it's going to be interesting to see how he maneuvers as Lucio. I know he was practicing wall rides earlier. However, Jeeves does main Lucio, and there goes Raynar on the Pharah getting eaten alive by some Orisa hits. Scott is sitting there on his Orisa getting healed up, but unfortunately, almost into the well. However, he looks like he's going to die if he doesn't throw his shield down soon. It's on cooldown, and he goes down to Spencer on the Orisa.
And the Junkrat has been flanking around the side, kind of keeping everybody busy while all that was happening. So has escaped at this point, but it was interesting to see the attempt. It was a good attempt on that side.
Yep, that Junkrat can put out so much damage. The halts just keep coming out, but just barely missing. However, Tracy's taking a lot of damage on that Junkrat, and gotta be careful. There comes the flank, just like you were saying earlier, but this time the Orisa is ready for it. Tracy is about to escape with a sliver of her health. The point is about to unlock in 3 seconds. Oh my goodness, an excellent timed landmine, but she takes a hit.
Two kills from the Junkrat. One kill flanking around the outside and hitting them with the mine, and the second one booping the Soldier 76 into the well. It was a great effort.
That's such great Junkrat play. I know Tracy does not get to play Junkrat as much as she would like to because she's so busy being a total mom mode with Mercy, as many of our WM players like to. We have quite a few Mercy mains in our group.
That's true.
That's true,
and this map in particular benefits from having a lot of small chokes, a lot of narrow ways to get to the control point, and that benefits the Junkrat because the Junkrat has so much AOE damage, has so much spam ability, and makes it easy to flank around because you kind of know where the opposing team is going to be. Generally speaking, most of the teams kind of group up around these chokes and kind of try to poke in on the choke and then back out behind some cover and poke in on the control point and come back out. Nobody wants to get too close to that well and get booped into it, so everyone kind of stays relatively far away from the well.
Absolutely. The other thing to remember is that because of those small little hallways and things, Moira is amazing on this map, and it looks like Tracy has thought the exact same way that Moira would be great for all these little hallways, but we do have a Junkrat coming from Spencer on the blue team, and it looks like the Junkrat and the Moira are going to be at it on this map. This should prove to be for some great fights.
Yeah, both teams have opted to go to the second of the 2 chokes. This one over underneath the underneath the gazebo or whatever you want to call it. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage to get some kills under there. Not a great place for Scott though. Widowmaker likes to have some open area to fire down from, and having the entire team hide inside of that little room makes it pretty difficult for Scott to get too much done.
Yeah, especially since the best vantage point.
I'm sorry, and Scott is their primary source of damage. Moira doesn't do a lot of damage, and neither does Sigma, so it's kind of incumbent on Scott to deal as much damage as he can.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it looks like Tracy is going to have to be the damage dealer now because Scott's Widowmaker has gone down. However, we did lose the Mercy on the blue team. Tracy's going to have to be really careful with that healing ball and how she managed to heal Amanda. Amanda has been demeched out of the Diva. She is Babby Diva. Oh my goodness, that's right. They're on opposing teams, I can think. But it looks like Tracy's going to have to heal up the Sigma. Capture point is now unlocked.
Wandering around with just 1 HP, oh, and then gets taken it down, but had a lot of time spamming out grenades with that 1 health. So it's kind of important, good to see that how important it is to capitalize on your kills, capitalize on the damage that you're doing and chase down your kills.
Absolutely. There's a fine line between chasing down your kills and making sure that they go down and not kill your teammates. And diving in way too deep. That was one of those situations where you really did want to chase down that Junkrat, especially since he can fire at an angle. He's one of the only characters in the game that can do damage bouncing off of walls. It can make you miserable even though you can't quite see him. That being said, Tracy did pop an amazing ult on Moira at the end of that map. That Coalescence went ahead and took down 2 people and really clinched the win for her team in the final seconds of the game. Now that Moira has been locked for Red Team, we're going to have to see what else they have on their plates.
Yeah, Tracy's pulling out all of her best characters. I am a little bit biased. She's my wife, and so I know her characters very well. I know how well she plays them, so she's certainly been the MVP for the Red Team so far.
As the unbiased person who is not married to Tracy, I can tell you right now that she has absolutely been the MVP. She has cinched major victories for her team with great use of her abilities and great positioning. However, we do see Raynar on his favorite little hamster off on the side, and nobody's noticed him. We have a Bastion coming from Amanda who is trying to make everybody miserable, and if they position her correctly... Oh, there goes Raynar in on Amanda. They haven't quite noticed her yet. I'm amazed that they haven't done anything, but let's take a look. How much can Raynar get away with? Oh, they're finally turned around.
It's going to be paramount for Raynar to get on top of the Bastion and get and take its attention, because the Bastion is firing down range at the Reinhardt. Scott's shield is not going to hold up underneath all of that Bastion pressure. Reinhardt's shield lasts maybe about 3 or 4 seconds before it gets chewed through. So it's paramount that they be able to get on top of that Bastion. And remember that when Bastion's in his turret mode, he takes reduced damage from the front. So it's that much more important for the team to be able to flank around and get behind that Bastion. It looks like the Red Team's already lost two of its players though, and it's going to be pretty tough to get on top of that Bastion. Bastion's a pretty strong pick for this format.
Absolutely, it's just so good at shredding down shields, and poor Tracy, and a little ice block on the point all by her lonesome can only do so much. Now remember, because this is Lockout, that Bastion is gone for the blue team. So now we get to take a look. It had to happen. Apparently Bastion has to happen, but remember, the other team can always pull out the Bastion if they would like. I believe the Bastion has not been locked out for them yet, so that is always their choice.
Yeah, and Bastion's one of those characters, especially at I'm going to be nice and say at lower levels of play. Bastion's really tough to get to handle and take care of. There's only so many ways to get in on top of a Bastion and be able to shut it down. Roadhog hook is very good. It catches the Bastion and pulls it out of its turret mode. Not a lot of things will knock it out of its turret mode, and with only 4 players on the team, it is kind of tough to get on top of that Bastion. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get on top. It looks like No Name's actually playing the Roadhog, so there's a pretty good chance, alongside the D.Va eating as much damage as the D.Va can with the defense matrix, they might be able to get on top of Jeebs playing the Bastion, depending on Jeebs' positioning and whether or not Scott can keep his shield in front of the Bastion.
Absolutely, and it looks like the team has gone ahead and bunkered up in the far corner where people usually like to hold that choke. However, No Name's Roadhog is his main. Oh, and a rare missed hook!
And Scott is charged deep into left field. That is a very common mistake from a Reinhardt. It is it's very easy to start your charge, think that you're going to catch somebody, and Reinhardt is notorious for having very bad hitboxes when it comes to connecting with things with a charge. So it looks like Scott just went in full, in a blaze of glory, just went full on in.
As a Mercy
And,
player, I have a nickname for that. We usually call it the Reckless Reinhardts, and I have
yeah,
opinions about Reckless Reinhardts that I will reserve for the moment because I can only be so nice about Reckless Reinhardts. But you know, it's always at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's all fun. One of the best things to do as somebody who is a Mercy main who occasionally dabbles in Reinhardt, charging in and hitting something fun.
So it's interesting, Raynar has gotten himself in a bit of a pickle. Raynar is hooked onto the wall. I'm not even sure he has enough momentum to be able to unhook himself from the wall and get back onto the map. So that will be the end of that.
What a way to finish the game! With
certainly a way to finish the game.
Oh, this is the play that we were talking about, that Junkrat with that 2K here. Let's take a look at exactly how it happens. Tracy goes up from the side and flanks right behind him. What a great position for her to be in. Tosses the mine, boops Lucio into the well as it goes down, and with her dead body, she does some damage on that Orisa. What a great
Yeah, and it's
position.
especially interesting because the team had chased her already around behind, so they knew that she was going to be behind them. They knew that she was going to be coming up behind them, but she got the drop on them and took out two people pretty quickly. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough to be able to win the round, but it was definitely very a showcase of skill.
Yeah, Junkrat is just able to position so nicely when you use all of his abilities to their full potential. Not only can you use them to position, but you can really use them to do some great burst damage. All right, folks, that is going to go ahead and be the end of the round. Hopefully, we'll be coming to you with yet another game. If not, that's okay, but this is something that we plan on doing for as long as we are all cooped up in our houses during this difficult time in the world. We may as well get some enjoyment out of playing games and having fun with each other. All right, folks, hopefully we'll see you for the next game.